Welcome back to the channel, my little piglets, the place where we dip our moist snouts into the slurry and trough of current affairs and politics. Today, some dim-witted student decided to start going on about what's going on in Gaza and got incredibly upset when their student visa was revoked. Before I get on with the story, I'd like to ask for you to subscribe to this channel, to put a trotter on the like button, and OINK to your heart's content about this particular story in the comments below. Also, I have a special message for you at the end of this video, my little piglets. Without further ado, let's go. Dana Abuqama, 19, a law student at Manchester University, had her UK visa revoked in December after being filmed a day after the Hamas terrorist attack, expressing that she was really full of joy and proud that Palestinian resistance had come to this point.
Are full with pride. This is the first time that something like this happens in modern day history. For 16 years, Gaza has been under blockade, and for the first time, they are actively resisting. They are not on the defense, and this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And we are both in fear, but also in fear of how Israel will retaliate and how we've seen it retaliate overnight, and the missiles that it's launched and the attacks. But also, we are full of pride. We're really, really full of joy of what has happened.
Those are the terrorist attacks where Hamas broke into the settlements of Israel and slaughtered almost 1,400 innocent civilians, women and children and babies in an attack only thought of and designed to provoke Israel into the response that they're now carrying out. Home Secretary Suella Braverman and Immigration Minister Robert Jenrick determined that her presence in the UK was not conducive to the public good. Bloody right there, people. Leading to the revocation of her visa and leaving her without the right to remain in the country. Miss Abuqama is reportedly contesting the decision, arguing that revoking her student visa has violated her human rights, based on a baseless claim that she poses a risk to public safety. You do realise, young lady, that some of the people who make up the public here in this free country are Israelis and Jews, and they don't feel safe hearing people come out with this sort of shite on video. It is believed she is pursuing legal action, as there is no formal right of appeal against her visa revocation. I wonder what lefty, judge and lawyer piglets are stumping up the money for her to take this to court, and for you, the other little piglets out there who pay your taxes, to stump up at all the court fees. According to the rules, she is expected to voluntarily leave the UK. Pigs might fly, my piglets. Failure to do so could result in removal by immigration enforcement. In a video released after the incident, Miss Abuqama confirmed she is appealing the decision, claiming her remarks in October, which were publicly condemned by Policing Minister Chris Philip, have been misrepresented.
My words were taken out of context and they were framed as me supporting harm to innocent civilians, which is completely false and completely untrue. We are full of pride. We're really, really full of joy of what has happened.
I mean, good God, my love, you're here on a student visa. You've been welcomed into this country. You're not here to start spouting hate about other public people within this country and about things that are happening in a country thousands of miles away. You're here to study and keep stum.
I came here to the UK to receive an education, and as a resident, I thought that I would receive equal rights here in the UK in terms of my human rights to freely express myself and stand in solidarity with those who are oppressed in Gaza and beyond.
Yes, we are a tolerant society, Miss Abuqama, and that tolerance stretches forth to people who have been invited here to not start spouting hateful things about a war going on thousands of miles away.
I am going through this very difficult experience where my voice is being suppressed and I'm being censored for simply standing in solidarity with my people who are being genocided currently in Gaza.
Oh diddums, you're being suppressed, you're being censored. Well, I must say you probably feel a damn sight freer here being a woman than you would do in Gaza at the moment under the austere leadership of Hamas. She added, the Home Office's claim that I am a national security threat is outrageous. I'm a 19-year-old student who has only ever gone to school, advocated for social justice and tried to contribute positively to my community. Labelling me a threat to national security is a baseless accusation. I mean, piglets, you can see through this guff. Surely you can. I can. The final year law student said she had made an appeal to human rights and freedom of expression as a fundamental human right in the UK. She argued that Palestinians like herself are being denied that right, and I'm fairly sure that back in Palestine they're given the rights to say whatever they like under the lovely, cuddly, LGBT-loving crew of Hamas. I think not, oink oink. Miss Abuqama added, "We must reject the double standard in application of human rights by public authorities and stand against this oppression." However, after widespread condemnations, she claimed her comments had been misrepresented and later told the BBC, "The death of any innocent civilian should never be condoned, and we do not condone it at all." Finally, something we agree on, my darling. Miss Abuqama told the broadcaster that 15 of her relatives had died in the Israeli strike on a residential building in Palestine. When asked about the case, a Home Office spokesman replied, "It is a long-standing government policy not to comment on individual cases." So what do you think about that then, my little piglets? Do you believe this young woman should have been allowed in the country in the first place with these kind of beliefs? After all, she's here on a student visa. She should be here to study and nothing else. Toe the line, young lady, and make sure that all of the public in this country feel safe. And now for a special message for you, my little piglets. We believe that we haven't got a pig's chance in hell of being monetized by YouTube because, well, it's obvious. But unfortunately, it costs money for us to hire a pigsty studio like this one here, and therefore, I'd like to ask you to click onto our locals group and subscribe to that. It's a small donation once a month, and it helps me to feed my lovely fat greasy owls, ready for a lovely bit of rummaging in the sty after tea time. Until the next video, my little piglets, bang a trotter on the subscribe, a trotter on the like, and oink to your heart's content in the comment section below. Until the next video, toodle pip, my little piglets, and trotters up.